Here at Chariots of Fire, we're based in the borders of Scotland, and we specialise in giving carriage rides and riding activities to people with additional needs and disabilities. The centre was set up in 1998 by Amanda Saville. Sadly, she died in 2016, but her team here really wanted to carry on her legacy. So we incorporated as what's called a community interest company, and we specialise in taking people with disabilities out for carriage drives, teaching them how to drive, allowing them to compete if they want to. We have small groups from local schools and other voluntary organisations. We work with kids with autism and Asperger's, and these ponies, as you can see, are amazing, and particularly with people with additional needs. Well, a lot of people who have a physical disability may have little opportunity to go outside, outdoors, and enjoy the countryside. And in a carriage, we can take them out, trot around the lanes, trot around the forestry, and they can have their own reins. They'll always have a trainer beside them for safety, but they'll have their own reins. They get a wonderful sense of control, which may be missing in their lives. And kids with autism just have a level of communication with these ponies that some of us can see and recognise but don't necessarily understand. We're really lucky with the ponies that we have. They are so versatile. Most of them are both ride and drive. Some are rescued. The start, I think the littlest one we have is probably about 12 hands, up to 14.2, and they are just amazing. They have just the attitude to life and people. They can alter their behaviour according to the people they're working with. They're wonderful with people with autism. They're such a calming influence, and you can tell when an autistic child is talking to a pony like this that there's a level of communication going on that we as normal people don't necessarily recognise. We use Bennington carriages. We've had a long association with Bennington right back to the very early fun bugs that we were involved in designing, particularly the ones where there's a removable seat so that a wheelchair can be wheeled straight up onto the carriage. A person doesn't have to transfer out of their own comfy wheelchair. They can be strapped in, hold the reins, and off they can go. And we use Zilco harness, which is just wonderful. It's marvellous to keep clean, versatile. We wouldn't use any other harness at all. And we've also designed some special aids so that somebody who possibly only has the use of one arm can use a rein bar. And the two reins will be attached to this bar, and with his hand he can twist and turn the bar to steer the pony. There's a special glove and loops that we use with people that don't grip very well. So we've really developed over the years all sorts of little tweaks to equipment that help people with additional needs to enjoy the sport. These are examples of the carriages that we use, which are Bennington fun bugs. They're brilliant because they have two seats, but one of the seats will come off so that you can wheel the wheelchair straight onto the carriage. People don't have to get out of their own comfy wheelchair. They can be strapped in and off they go, and they can compete in these carriages. They are so versatile. They have an axle at the back which will turn to go around obstacles, and we just find they're the best carriages ever. Carriage driving is a great sport for people with disabilities. They can compete on a level playing field with able-bodied drivers, quite often beating them, quite often doing really well, particularly in the dressage phase. And we have a formal partnership with the charity Sports Driving Unlimited that was set up in 2007 to raise funds and enable people to compete and enjoy the sport of carriage driving. Sports Driving Unlimited raises funds, applies for grants, and funds people with an additional need or disability that don't have the means to fund themselves. And together we've been so busy for the last 15-20 years, and there's no sign of that slackening off.